Alright folks, welcome back to Glasgow Raiders Nation Buckling because we've got a lot to unpack today. The hunt for the new Rangers manager is heating up, and believe me, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than people think. Right. Now, reading between the lines, checking the reports flying in from Scotland and England alike, it's looking more and more like we're headed towards a straight-up shootout between two men, Russell Martin and David Ancelotti, a proper one-on-one. And let me tell you something, Steven Gerrard, he's fading into the background. Not just falling behind in the odds, I genuinely don't think he's even in the frame anymore. He might be on the outside looking in, but that ship, at least for now, seems to be sailing. Now, let's talk about why things have shifted. There's a big reason for this change in direction, and it's the arrival of Andrew Kavanagh and the San Francisco 49ers investment group into the heart of the club. This isn't just another boardroom reshuffle. This is a complete takeover of the decision-making process. Kavanagh, one of the major shareholders, now has landed in the UK personally to oversee what's turning into a pivotal moment for Rangers. He's not leaving this up to advisors or sending in an email. No, he wants to sit across the table from the candidates, look them dead in the eye, and figure out who's got the nerve, the hunger, and the vision to lead Rangers into a brand new era. He's not playing around. This is serious business. For a while, it was Kevin Twell and Greta Steinson pulling the strings, but any move now, especially one this massive, needs Kavanagh's personal stamp of approval, and that makes sense. If you're laying the foundation for something special, for a real transformation at the club, you need to make sure your first building block is solid. Kavanagh's arrival signals the start of that revolution. And yes, I'm using the word revolution deliberately. Think back to the Graham Souness era. This could be something of that scale if the right appointment is made. And from what we're hearing, the top two names are Martin and Ancelotti. Reports from the Daily Record and others, even ones I don't usually trust, are all pointing in the same direction. And look, I know what you're thinking. You can't always rely on the usual suspects in the media, but when multiple sources from both sides of the border start saying the same thing, you've got to take notice. It's no longer a rumor, it's a developing story. And here's the part that really gets the blood pumping. Apparently, David Ancelotti wants this job. He sees the Rangers project under new ownership as something worth building. That's not just flattering for the club, it's massive. I've spoken highly of Ancelotti before, and not just because of the surname. Yes, he's Carlo's son, but that doesn't mean he's just riding on his dad's coattails. Far from it. David's carved out his own path in coaching with a real reputation for set-piece strategy and in-depth tactical knowledge. You don't last in the pressure cooker of Real Madrid if you're just carrying cones. Players like Vinicius Jr., Luka Modric, Jude Bellingham, they don't take orders from a bagman, they respect him. And when players of that caliber speak positively about someone, you listen. So when people throw around lazy insults calling him a sidekick or a glorified assistant, just ignore it. Listen to what the world-class talent is saying. Look at how he's earned his stripes in one of the toughest dressing rooms in world football. Madrid is not a club that tolerates mediocrity. They don't hand out training gear to just anyone. And David Ancelotti didn't just hang around, he contributed, he led sessions, and he got results. Now, let's not get carried away and start comparing him to the likes of Graham Souness or Xabi Alonso just yet. Those guys had legendary playing careers. Souness was a titan in the Liverpool squads of the 70s and 80s, a European Cup winner multiple times over. Xabi Alonso, another giant, played for Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. The man's CV is dripping in class. David Ancelotti doesn't have that playing background, no. But you know what? Neither did Jose Mourinho, neither did Will Still. They came up through the coaching ranks, learned the craft from the ground up, and made names for themselves through knowledge, charisma, and results. Ancelotti fits that mold. He's got the tools, the temperament, and the drive to make it work. And then out of nowhere, this next bombshell drops. Luka Modric. Yeah, you heard me right. Luka Flaming Modric, a name that needs no introduction. A player who's done it all. The thought, even the slightest possibility that this man could be playing in the Scottish Premiership in a Rangers shirt is just mental. But it's not just some throwaway rumor. This story is picking up real traction. David Ancelotti has apparently spoken to Modric about the idea of him coming to Glasgow for a season. Let that sink in. Let's take a moment to appreciate what Luka Modric brings to the table. This guy's a footballing artist. We're talking about a midfielder who's won 6 UEFA Champions League titles, 6 multiple La Liga championships, Copa del Rey Super Cups. You name it, he's won it. He's been crowned the best Croatian footballer more times than you can count. He's finished 2nd and 3rd in World Cups with Croatia. He's the kind of player you tell your grandkids about, and he's still playing at an incredibly high level. Last season alone, even at 39 years old, he racked up over 30 league appearances, played deep into the Champions League, and still had that signature elegance and vision. Sure, he's not the same player he was at 29, but he's not someone who relies on pace. He never did. His weapon is his brain, his awareness, his technique. Players like Modric don't fade. They adapt. They influence. To have someone of that stature possibly joining Rangers would be up there with the Gascoigne or Laudrup moments. It'd be seismic, game-changing. He'd stroll into this league and absolutely dominate. Imagine Modric spraying passes around, Ibrox dictating the tempo, carving open defenses like he's slicing through warm butter. Callum McGregor wouldn't know what hit him. He'd make half this league look like they're stuck in molasses. It's that kind of golfing class. And this isn't some late-night fantasy cooked up after a few too many pints. This is being reported by respected sources, including Guillem Balaguer, who knows the Spanish game inside and out. He's not someone to throw wild claims around without substance. If he's reporting that Ancelotti's genuinely discussing this move with Modric, you have to take it seriously. Sure, there are still hurdles. There are other clubs that might offer Modric more money or a different kind of challenge. Premier League sides, Serie A clubs, even a farewell season in Croatia. But if there's a real relationship between him and Ancelotti, and if this project at Rangers excites them both, then who knows? I know. It sounds too good to be true. But imagine the scenes. Imagine Modric walking out at Ibrox, the roar of the crowd, the spine-tingling moment that confirms this club is back on the map. And if that's what it takes to get a Ancelotti through the door, I'd be tempted to hand him the keys to the club right now. Stick his name on the manager's office today if it means we get a chance to see Modric in blue. Even if it doesn't happen, even if this is just something that fades away, the fact we're even in the conversation shows how serious this new regime is. How ambitious! This isn't just about surviving another season. This is about building something that can compete on the European stage. Something that can excite fans again. Something that can bring the glory days roaring back. Meanwhile, while all that's bubbling in the background, Cyril Desires is out here scoring for Nigeria. Yeah, you heard that right. He bagged one against Ghana, putting Nigeria ahead early on. I know the internet nearly broke in half. He's had his critics. I've been one of them. But fair play to the man. That was his 3rd goal for Nigeria, his 31st in total this season, including 29 for Rangers. But here's the thing. Even with the goals, the frustrations remain. His conversion rate's been a real concern. The chances he misses often outweigh the ones he takes. And now there's talk of clubs sniffing around, Athens, a few others, maybe thinking about a move. Personally, I've made my thoughts on Desires pretty clear. I don't rate him. I don't think he's good enough to be leading the line for Rangers, but if he's still here next season, I'll support him, because that's what fans do. We back the badge, not the name. Still, if we're serious about this whole trading model people keep talking about, then now's the time to cash in. He's 31, he's not getting any better, and if we can get 4 or 5 million back for him, that's business we should be doing, especially when you've got someone like Hamza Egamani waiting in the wings, a guy who's 10 times the player Desires. Better link-up play, better hold-up play, better movement, more composure in front of goal. Every time Hamza's played as a 9, the whole team's look sharper. And you look at what he's done in Europe. Big goals in big games, especially in the Europa League. Goals against Celtic when the pressure's on. Not just stat padding in games we're already winning. Desires' goals often come when the match is dead. Hamza scores when it matters. And if we're serious about making money in this model, Hamza's the asset. You'll get 15, maybe 20 million for him in the long run. Desires, you're lucky to get 5. So yeah, lots going on, lots to consider. The manager race is reaching its endgame. Modric might be closer than we ever thought possible. And Desires, for all the debates, just keeps finding the net somehow. Let's see what the next few days bring, because things are moving fast. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's a fresh wave of speculation sweeping across Govan as whispers grow louder about Rangers potentially securing the services of Musa Juwara to bolster their attacking ranks. While no official statements have been made public by the club, sources close to the situation suggest that a deal is either imminent or already quietly concluded, setting the stage for what could be one of the most intriguing additions to the squad in recent times. The versatile Malian winger, known for his explosive pace and flair, has been linked with a move to Ibrox for weeks. And now the chatter around Glasgow's footballing circles seems to indicate that Rangers have indeed pushed the button to bring him north of the border. DJENEPO, who made his name in the Premier League with Southampton, is believed to be eager for a fresh start and regular game time, something the Light Blues could very well offer as they look to sharpen their edge in the final third. Fans and pundits alike are already weighing up what DJENEPO's arrival could mean for the Gers' tactical setup. With Philippe Clement keen to add width and unpredictability to his side, DJENEPO's ability to play on either flank or even through the middle makes him an enticing option. Some observers have even gone as far as to suggest that his signature might signal further movement in the transfer market, possibly prompting departures or reshuffling in the squad. Of course, until the club officially unveils him, all remains in the realm of conjecture. But one thing is certain. The very possibility of Musa Juwara donning the famous royal blue shirt has already ignited the imagination of the Ibrox faithful. Could this be the spark that propels Rangers to domestic dominance and European relevance once again? Only time will tell, but for now, the rumour mill in Glasgow is working overtime, and all eyes are on Edmiston Drive for the next hint of confirmation. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.